Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Christmas at the Crafty Cove. I'm so excited to have you all here today. Today I have 4 gingerbread DIYs that are super simple and I hope that you love them as much as I do. Don't forget you all can contact me on Instagram and my email. For our first project, I went ahead and cut out a pattern off of my Cricut for a tree that I wanted. This is I know it's 11 and a half inches wide at the widest point, and I believe it is 22 inches tall. And then I'm going to put it down on my cardboard here, and I'm just going to cut that out. Once I get that one cut out, I need another one, so I just place that tree on the other piece of cardboard and trace it and then cut it out. Because I used like one of those display boards, one side of it was white, so I just went ahead and painted both sides of both of these with some territorial beige paint. Next, we're going to have to put some slits in our trees because we're going to make this a 3D tree. So on one, you're going to go from the top to the middle of the tree, just a slit, that's all you need. And on the next one, you're going to go from the bottom to the middle of the tree. Now, before we put these together, we're going to go ahead and take some white chalk paint, and I am just painting around the edges on both sides of both of these trees. This is just going to be our faux icing. I wish I had some puffy paint, but I didn't, so I just made do with what I had. After we get that finished, I did lose a little bit of footage. I made some little swirlies on here on both sides of both trees just to look like more icing. And then I took the tip of a paintbrush, dipped it in my paint, and made some little polka dots all around it. Y'all, this turned out so stinking cute and so cheap. I already had those little display boards or cardboard here at my home, so I didn't use any money to make this. At the end, I did put a little black and white check bow at the top, but here's the finished project. So for our next project, we're going to use 2 of these gingerbread men from the Dollar Tree. Just going to remove the hangers. And then on the fronts of these, I'm going to use territorial beige on everything except the bows and the cuffs and the buttons. And then we're going to go ahead and paint the entire back, which is plain, with the territorial beige. Also, once we get those both finished and they're dry, we are going to paint the little bow ties with some red. This is Crimson Red Chalk Paint by Waverly. And we're going to do the buttons the same exact way. We're going to use the Crimson Red on the buttons also, which is what I'm doing now. I just used a small brush to get in there. I still got a little bit on the brown, but y'all know me, I'm messy and I don't really worry about it. But after we get those buttons finished, then we're going to go ahead and take some white Waverly chalk paint and paint the little cuffs. We do the same exact thing on both of these gingerbread men. After that, I found 2 little trays from the Dollar Tree in my stash, and I'm going to go ahead and paint both of those with white Waverly chalk paint, insides, outsides, all around it, the rims, everything. Even the bottom gets the Waverly chalk paint on one of these. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a decal that I cut out of my Cricut. It's just the face of a gingerbread man. I put one on both of these because, y'all, I cannot draw. So I went ahead and just cut these faces out. Now we're going to assemble. And what we're making is a little tray, a little tiered tray. So I take the biggest of those trays and put it on the bottom, and I just glue the back of the legs of the gingerbread men to the tray there. And once we get that finished, then I take the other one's just a little smaller, not much, it still fits, but it's just a little bit smaller of a tray, and we are going to put some glue on that and glue that right to the right there at the arms of the gingerbread men. And then after that, we do the same thing on both sides. After that, I wanted just a little bit more, so I took some red and white checked ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I just go ahead and put that on the sides of the trays, and that's it. What do y'all think? For this next project, we are going to use two of these. They're just the paper like gingerbread men. They're not really paper, they're, I don't know what they are, but they come in a pack of 12. They're like that you could use for Garland. I'm going to use two of them, and I'm going to go ahead and outline like I'm putting a little bit of icing on there. Again, I wish I had the puffy paint, but I don't, so I'm making do with what I have. Then I'm going to take some crimson chalk paint, and I'm going to make 3 little buttons with the tip of my paintbrush. I do the same exact thing on both of these. Then I'm going to take some of this red and white checked ribbon. We're going to make a super simple shoestring bow out of these. And we're going to cut it down to the size we want, and we are just going to glue that right in the middle of the gingerbread man. Again, both of these are done the exact same. Then I take 2 more of those little cutouts that I made of gingerbread faces. Again, I cannot draw, and I just put those right on there, and they went on perfectly fine. Now we're going to take 2 1-gallon paint sticks. I'm just going to stain these with some antiquing wax, and I do the fronts, the backs, all around the sides, all of that, and I do them both, again, the exact same way. After that, we are just going to take our little gingerbread that we just made, and we are going to glue them right on there with the head up toward, you can see how I'm doing it here. I don't want any of the top part of the paint stir sticks to show, but the bottom part's fine because we're going to put it in something to hold them up here in just a minute. So we get both of those glued down. Then I take 2 of these little boxes that I've had in my stash for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and I just cut out a piece of floral foam for right in the middle of those, and I stick my gingerbread down into the floral foam, and then we go ahead and glue that floral foam into our little boxes here. After that, I didn't want that floral foam showing, so of course nobody wants that, so I just took some scrap fabric that I have, again from the Dollar Tree, cut the pieces to about the size I needed, and stuck them all around it. I glued a little bit in places that it didn't want to stay down on both of these. Then I made some little decals that say Merry Christmas and put them on some chalkboard tags from the Dollar Tree. And y'all, that's it. I put one down at the bottom and one like on the paint stir stick, but I think they turned out super cute. Let me know in the comments below what you think. So now we're on to our final project, and so super simple. I'm just taking this little plaque I got from the Dollar Tree. I painted 3 good coats of white chalk paint on the front. I did put a little decal on there. Somehow I lost the footage. It just says fresh baked gingerbread served here. I took these little stickers I got from the Dollar Tree. I had to make them work on this. I thought they were too cute. I just put a little bit of glue on the bottom and glue those right to the top of the plaque. Add a little bit of glue on the back for some stability, and that's it. I think this turned out adorable. So here's our final reveal of all of our projects. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I've added a few Bible verses in throughout this video. I have just promised the Lord that this channel is His and that I will do what He wants me to do. And I want to make sure that I spread the word with others. If that's not for you, I understand. But for those of you who like it, I really hope you did like it and enjoy it. I plan on doing it more often. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I had such fun doing these gingerbread DIYs for you. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?